afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video, bringing you a Scavalier. Now, I'm super curious because the Scavalier in general has always been a great Pokemon in my opinion. It just kind of felt a little undershadowed by Scizor for the most part, but it does get a better ability than Scizor in my opinion. Like Overcoat's amazing, especially when you're against like a lot of Sleep Powder and Spore users in the current meta like Venusaur and Amoonguss. So there's definitely some play to make with this Cavalier thing. And along with that, we're also running this on a rain team with Seismitoad, which is interesting. We have a Scarfed Urshifu Dark. I love Urshifu Dark. I'm excited to use that as well. And also, we're bringing back Eternatus. We used Eternatus yesterday. Let's bring it back here with a new team. This team is from Jalen44, who is the 2022 Top 8 Regional Champion, also the 2021 Asia's Players Cup Taiwan Qualifiers Top 8. So Jalen knows what they're doing, right? So they know how to play Pokemon. They know how to build a team. I want to see how good their team actually is, or at least how good I can do with it. So let's go ahead and get started. If you guys are excited, want to see more VGC, and you like the fact that we're taking rental codes from top players and seeing how we can play with it, please let me know down below in the comment section as well. And with that said, let's get on to today's video. Ooh, spooky Trick Room team. I mean, we have a Scavalier, which is ironically very good into Calyrex Ice. Not so good into that Incin constantly swapping on us, though. Is there a way to eliminate the Mimikyu from the game right away? I think so. I think maybe if we do Ogre and Eternatus in the lead, we have a pretty solid chance at removing that Mimikyu. And worst case scenario, we should bring this Cavalier in the back. Given an opportunity to we might be given an opportunity to eliminate the, like, if we don't get the opportunity to eliminate the Mimikyu, then we can still thrive in Trick Room by having that option. And I think Urshifu in the back might be key here. Urshifu with Sucker Punch, Urshifu with Close Combat deals with the majority of that team, and like Wicked Blow negates the Intimidate factor. My opponent needs to work on their Pokedex. We're 3 years in the game, man. Just kidding. Doesn't actually matter. Just my own personal challenge. Dialga and Mimikyu. Their goal here is to get Trick Room up with something. And like I said, on the off chance they do that, I want to prepare ourselves for that situation. I might lose Eternatus here, and I understand that. But I also think I can't afford not to do what I'm about to do. So I'm just going to do what I was going to do. Does that make sense? We Water Spout. And we go for the Sludge Bomb. Onto the Mimikyu spot. Mimigma. I wonder what language that is. That's weird. Mimigma? Like Enigma? Mimigma. It's German. That's a cool name. A cool Pokemon. It's a cool name for Mimikyu. Oh yeah, they're going for the KO. Oh wait, that's good. That means I might stop Trick Room here though. I might be able to stop Trick Room here. I'm losing Eternatus. But sometimes you gotta pay your dues. Here's a Sludge Bomb. Bada bang into Mimikyu, breaking its neck. Gonna pop the disguise. I don't see how much Water Spout. Fling? Fling a what? It's gonna crit me now. Well, that's not fun. It crit a Lancet Berry. Ironically, we got the crit on the one that fling a Lancet Berry. This is the best. This is the best of one cheese that I don't like to see, because it's just this kind of garbage. That's probably a crit too. I'm pretty sure that would have knocked me out anyway, but that's just insult to injury. Oh my goodness. And it's gonna raise its special D. My saving grace here could be Urshifu. But I might just want to bring in my Yeah, I think I want to Dynamax here. I think I have to start max quaking in return. Corone Spa. Oh, it's you. Okay, we have to keep water spouting. I think we Dynamax here. What do we do though? We go for the Dialga, or we say screw it, go for the Corona Spa. I mean, they're gonna probably protect, so let's go for the Dialga. The reason I think they're protecting is because the Ogre still outspeeds them. So they probably want to hit the Ogre before they go down. Or before they... And honestly, if they set Trick Room, they help us, so... I'll take it. We'll see where this goes. We could always max Steel Spike it next turn. There's nothing that Calyrex I should be able to do. Whips out a Fire Kick or whatever. Blaze Kick. Yeah, there's their Protect. Okay, so at least we predicted that correctly. Unfortunately, we might lose Ogre here. But we're just whittling down Dialga. And we knew that Dialga was going to be an issue. They Wormwind. Oh, they're also whittling down my attack. We took that, though. Wow. Must have not crit. It did crit. Wow. Disgusting. Okay. I know that lowered our attack. But I have hope. We have to be hopeful. It didn't do a lot of damage to my Ogre. I can now switch to Origin Pulse. And Steel Spike Corona Spa. And maybe knock out their other Trick Room setter. They're switching out immediately. Never mind. Into Incin. That's going to take an Origin Pulse. Hopefully. Oh, they just want to keep getting Intimidates off, man. They sacked off their Incin, though. Don't quite know how intelligent that is. You know, hindsight. What's good news is we win with our back mons. This Dialga literally has got nothing but crits. I don't know how much Lancet Berry raises your crit chance. Every move Dialga has sent out has been a crit. I should have gone for Max Quake there, but I was firing into the Calyrex spot. It's fine. Okay, well now we have our friend Incin. Not Incin. Ursh. Hershey Dershey. And no Trick Room was ever set up. And we still have one more turn where we can Max Quake, which is really good news as well. I still think we're in the driver's seat here. So but now we just Wicked Blow. They can't hide. And we Max Quake Dialga. That should still hurt a lot. Even if we're at negative 1,000. Here's our Wicked Blow. This is why I love Urshi. You can't hide anymore. We're not knocking out, but we just got to get it low. Body Press. That's... Is this... Hold on. Is this like a defensive one? Is that why that didn't knock it out? Oh, the Dialga attempted a Trick Room. That's going to help me. Well, attempt failed. But hey, we're taking a win with the Scavalier. That's what I like to see. I know Urshifu was definitely the bring here, man. And by eliminating all of the Pokemon that hate Urshifu, or not eliminating, but keeping them around, all the Pokemon that hate Urshifu, we really put us in a position where we just bring it in and sweep. It's amazing. And I think what's also cool here is that my opponent was not able to deal with Dynamax's Scavalier. Of course, if we're going against a Sun team, we don't bring a Scavalier, but you know, it's great to see it actually do something. Battle is canceled. That'll be a GG. I'm liking this team. Rain v Rain looks like it's gonna be... Oh, they got no... Oh, here's the thing. Here's the kicker. They got no no Intimidate on their team. So I actually have no reason not to just lead off with Politoed, I think. I do want to bring a Scavalier just to bring a Scavalier, and also Scavalier does kind of decently into their team, and they do have like a potential Trick Room, so maybe like bringing a Scavalier in the back could be somewhat useful. I'm looking at the Urshifu. I'm thinking about whether or not it's necessary, but I think maybe bring our second restricted might be a little bit better in the situation. I mean, honestly, they got very little way to shut down a Kyogre Seismitoad lead, so I think we should just take advantage of it. I mean, they're gonna Tailwind turn 1, right? Just so they can match our Seismitoad speed boost, but it is what it is. Going against ZG. Didn't even have enough time to come up with a creative name. Respect. They're like, I don't got time to type my name. Gotta play some Pokemons. Whimsicott Kyogre lead for them. I mean, will we be okay? I think we'll be okay. I hope we'll be okay. We got the shiny one, so that's good. Let's, do we Dynamax or do we Power Whip? I mean, we definitely Dynamax, but do we Airstream or do we Overgrow is what I meant. I think we Airstream just so we outspeed Ogre next turn. And then we Thunder Ogre. But yeah, let's remove their Ogre from the game, right? Why not? We're Salt Vested here. So we're definitely going to take whatever their Ogre wants to do to us. Maybe not my Seismitoad. I mean, hey, if they decide to like max their Ogre, then I'm pretty sure they can OHKO my Seismitoad, if we're going to be real here. Dang it. I was waiting for it. I was like, did you just speak this into existence, Kevin? You bet I did. Like always. Hopefully I won't get punished for it. If I can somehow manage to live this, then I know I knock out Ogre, though. That's the one good thing. There's their Tailwind. Depending on their EVs, we might still outspeed them. We don't. They max lightning. Wait, we're AV though. They ironically help us because now we're gonna get a boosted lightning damage with the with our own thunder because we're in electric terrain. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, I thought they were just gonna Geyser. Oh, I'm so much happier now. Well, that did no damage. Are they also AV? That did very little damage. What am I saying, AV? They might be very bulky, though, because that should be doing more. We're Life Orbed, and we're full physical. Oh, we got the Bara. Oh, nice. Okay, I guess we take those. I'm going to Airstream Whim. And since their Ogre is parried, I think I just Thunder the Ogre again. I just keep trying to get speed boosts here. They're going to guard. That's fine. I was considering going for Origin Pulse there, which would have been beneficial because then Whimsicott wouldn't have been able to attack there. But hopefully it doesn't have Energy Ball, right? Hopefully. It can't possibly have Energy Ball. Good news is we now outspeed their Tailwind like every day of the week. There's my Thunder. There's their Trick Room. Well, ain't that different. They ironically just helped me whenever I get my Scavalier in here, though. Okay, well, if they're Trick Rooming, I guess I'll max Quake the Ogre. And I'll Thunder the Ogre spot. I'll just double down to Ogre since I know Ogre can't protect again. They're gonna Lightning again. Oh, that might KO me this time. Yeah, because of the electric terrain. Hey, so be it. Whimsicott doesn't threaten me too much. If it has Trick Room and Tailwind, probably protects and Dazzling Gleam. So that's a whole moveset. It doesn't have Energy Ball, so not too concerned with it. That was a nice crit, though. Unfortunate crit. But at least we get the Max Quake in here, get some special defense on my Seismitoad. And we're able to knock out their Ogre. So here's the thing. They set up Trick Room, right? they're gonna be forced to undo it real quick. Now this is where we send in our best friend Escavalier to be in the video. Now I know Escavalier's not Dynamaxed here. I just felt like Dynamaxing Toad made more sense. I believe this was a Kyogre and a Zacian team that were up against, so they could have a Zacian in the back. I mean, they always have a Zacian in the back. Which Escavalier doesn't actually care too much about. Especially not in Trick Room. Alright, there's my Escavalier. There's a Porygon on the field. So they're gonna undo Trick Room now, is what that means. They got two Mons that can undo Trick Room. Interesting. I think I'll just liquidate P2. And then just Iron Head Whim. Because Whim's gonna set I mean, no matter what they lose, I have a fast Mon and a slow Mon. I'm gonna double into this P2. If they undo Trick Room, I'm still faster than whatever they have in the back. With my Seismitoad. I'm calling their bluff a little bit. I'll be honest. And I could get a flinch here. If I'm lucky. Oh, they're gonna sit here and try attack. They might not try to undo. Interesting. And then the Gleam, they're not trying to undo. Oh, we're living that though. Man, those crits are really hitting, huh? This Whimsicott's working extra hard today. Their Tailwind Peters, our Tailwind, we never had. Okay, I have Flamethrower on that. Alright, I'm just making sure that if there's a Zacian in the bag, I think I could still knock it out. Which I think I can. Let's try to fire off one into P2. I'm still not worried about Whim yet, so I'm going to keep firing into P2. P2's recovering. Yeah, they do that. Man, part of me wishes I brought Urshi. But it is what it is. Alright, the rain stops anyway. We have our... I think we have like 2 turns left at Trick Room. We really need to get Zacian in here. If they have that in the back. So the way to do that is to Dynamax Cannon the P2 and to Iron Head the Whim. It's time Whim goes away. It is time for Whim to leave. I also don't like this P2 being able to out-heal my Escavalier damage. I'm running Expert Belt, which doesn't help me in this specific situation. Oh, they're gonna recover again. So disgusting. We're also max attack, max HP, brave nature. So we're doing as much damage as we possibly can. D-Max Cannon, do something. This is also pretty much fully offensive Eternatus with a Dragon Fang, so this will hurt. That does no damage. Hold on, that's not hurting. That's not what I wanted to see. I wanted more. And there is our friend Zacian. We are no longer in Trick Room, and I'm pretty sure they don't want to put us in Trick Room. So here's what we'll do instead. We'll just protect. And I think we drill run the Zacian here. We're just going to leave Porygon as the last Mon. There's our protect, which means Zacian is not protecting, so that's huge news. They go for the Behemoth Blade into the Eternatus spot. Not going to happen. This is the point. I've given up hitting P2. I will deal with it later. Here's a nice big drill run. Let's see some damage. That's half health. I'll take it. We got to take what we can get. Now we flamethrowerization and we... Do we draw one again? 95% accurate. Wish me luck. We're gonna double down into the Zacian spot. Zacian's the only Pokemon that I care about. One of my Pokemon will knock out Zacian, hopefully. I think we might take one. Yeah, and we still take one. That's beautiful. Nice. I mean, I should have Iron-Headed there. But I honestly wasn't sure, so... And Joron's one of those high accuracy, I mean high crit chance moves, right? Eat it, eat it, eat it! Nah, unfortunate. Dang, is it really gonna be... Oh, this is unfortunate. Because I think I lose this 1v1. Oh, that sucks. I gotta like stall out. I don't know if I can. How do I win? Because it's faster than... No, it's Cavalier! Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, they went for foul play? That's gonna hurt. No, yeah, I lost. They have foul play too. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I'm gonna drill run just in case we crit, but I doubt it matters at this point. Oh, I'll give that to my opponent. They played well. They played very well. We live in that one, baby. We live in that 1 HP. Oh, we did hit the crit. Too bad it didn't matter, though. There you go. You can have another Iron Head. Oh, man. That almost... If I brought Urshifu this battle, would I have been able to deal with the team if I had brought Urshifu and then had Urshifu deal with P2? I don't know, man. Anyways, GG's to my opponent. Well, boy, if I haven't seen this team a billion times. Where do I go from here? I think, do we just fight water with water at this point? The Escavalier does very well here, though. Like, real talk, Escavalier is pretty key, and I do think Urshifu has a place. What if we lead with you and you? We bring our Toad, just in case. No, they have Rilla. That's stupid. We're not bringing Toad. We're not gonna fall for their trap. Their trap is to... then we bring a lot of things weak. Dang. It's a Zapdos. Everything here doesn't deal with Zapdos very well. Okay, let's hold the Urshi. We bring the Toad. We're gonna bring Toad. We're gonna hate this decision, but we're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna leave the Ogre behind. We're gonna bring the Toad. Have them set up for us. Hopefully we can predict an electric move into something, switch into Toad. That's like kind of my only reason to bring Toad. And hey, if it's late game, if we still have yet to Dynamax, we have that option of, you know, just getting Toad in there and dominating late game. Rillaboom Ogre. Okay, so Rillaboom, we have to KO as soon as possible. But at the same time, I hate Ogre. So you see the conundrum that I am in. I am max speed Grim, by the way. So I think I can outspeed a Rilla Fake Out. It's worth a shot if I just Fake Out Rilla, Dynamax Cannon the Ogre, I think. Let me double check for fairies in the back. No, yeah, they do have a fairy in the back. I don't know if I should make that prediction yet. If they swap out Ogre, then I still lose nothing this turn because I get a Fake Out on the Rilla. So I think it's a pretty safe bet here. Ogre's gonna protect. That's fine. So nothing essentially happens this turn. The issue with this turn though is that they saw the Dynamax Cannon in that spot. So clearly they're gonna be a little bit fearful there. So I'm thinking we're gonna change things up a little bit. I'm thinking we're going for the Rilla here. We're gonna commit to this Rilla KO. So we're gonna go for the Sludge Bomb onto Rilla. And on the off chance, it's the Solvest. Actually, no. I still want to Sucker Punch Ogre in case it tries to Water Spout. I don't want max damage. Yeah, I don't want max damage Water Spouts hurting me. So we'll just try to get a Sucker Punch off. We're also max attack Grimmsnarl. So this theoretically should do a lot of damage. Yeah, we're max attack Jolly because we're running a Focus Sash. So this should do a lot of damage. Grimmsnarl's attack is nothing to be scoffed at. In fact, it's also interesting because theoretically, if you were that desperate... Okay, they swap out. That's fine. Yeah, the Zacian swap is obvious there. Thankfully, I wasn't born yesterday. Sucker Punch doesn't connect, but it's fine. We do still get the Sludge Bomb off on their Rilla. Doesn't KO, but damage is damage as they go for the knockoff on my... Okay, I'm going to get rid of my Dragon Fang. The Fang of Dragons. Dragon of the Fangs. What are my options now? Do we do the swap? Or do we let it go down? Now here's what I do. I protect. And then I'm gonna sucker the Rilla. Knock it out. We learned we outspeed, so we're gonna outspeed their grassy terrain too. We fake out of their fake out. Turn 1. There's my protect. That means they're gonna attack with the Behemoth Blade somewhere. Nice. Got rid of Rilla. That's huge because we have our Toad in the back. Oh, they sub up. Ugh. We don't like that. Zacian behind a sub is bad news. I mean, in reality, the Pokemon I have in the back can deal with Zacian. An ideal world. Here comes their own Seismitoad. I think I just fire off everything I have into the Seismitoad. Is that crazy of me to say? Yeah, I'm going to fire everything into Seismitoad. I could have also Scary Faced it. But I don't think my Eternatus actually makes it out of this turn. Unfortunately. They Dynamax their Toad. Okay. Good info to have. We know their whole team at least. Here's the Fake Tears. There's the Max Quake into my Eternatus for sure. Bye-bye Eternatus. And now probably Behemoth Blade into my Grim. It means I get one chance to lower the speed on their Toad though. Because we do still have Focus Session Attack. They are Life Orb there that we learn. That's a big old Behemoth Blade. Let's see, my Adamant. I am Adamant nature, so I don't want to bank on a speed tie, man. I have to go for the Scary Face, which is so unfortunate because I wish I could just... I guess it doesn't matter. I should not be ignoring Zacian for this long, but I don't know of another option. If I don't ignore Zacian, I just lose my Mons. Like, I have to attack this Toad, because if I don't attack the Toad goes for Max Overgrow, and I lose! So, it's a very unfortunate situation that I'm in. But regardless, let's go for the Max Overgrow. And let's Scary Face their Seismitoad. Grim's doing a lot this battle, so I'm not super upset that I'm losing it, because it did fulfill a part. I wish my Eternatus could do more, but I made the wrong prediction. Alright, let's get our big Toad in here. Let's always outspeed, thankfully. Unless they max guard, which would be a little sad. Okay, no max guard. He's a Scary Face. Oh, spooky. Spooky face. Now we should be outspeeding everything right here. Max Overgrow is probably, definitely gonna knock out Seismitoad in the grassy terrain and all. And probably also gonna be a nice and easy KO on the Ogre too. Because, like I said, we were in grassy terrain, so. They gotta start targeting... Oh, okay, good. That's honestly good. If they were gonna hit my Toad there, I was gonna be a little bit more upset. But no, they just decided to go for the Grim. The Grim fulfilled its role. There wasn't much else I can make Grim do there. Okay, now Rain stop. Perfect. That is so ideal. And considering the fact their ogre swapped out turn 1, it's smelling like it doesn't have a protect in there. Grassy terrain disappears from the field. We're about to get it right back up. It's fine. We're also a physical Seismitoad. Yes, we are physical Seismitoad, so this should be doing a lot of damage to ogre. The issue that special Seismitoad has is that it just doesn't do as much damage to ogre because ogre has more special defense than defense. Yeah, Scavalier. You go. So, okay, our goal here is going to be to KO the ogre while simultaneously removing the Zacian sub. So let's just go for the Iron Head here. So that next turn, we should be able to KO Zacian with our Seismitoad. Ogre protects. That's not part of the plan, but as long as we break Zacian's sub, I think we'll be okay. Zacian's clearly going to try to get rid of our Politoed as soon as possible. With good reason. Okay, let's see what Zacian decides to do. Behemoth Blade. Yep. It's going to Behemoth Blade into our... I said Politoed. That's a Seismitoad. They're both frogs. That hurts a lot still, though. Okay, we need to break the sub. 100% need to break the sub. Iron Head should. It's neutral. And it's stab. Yeah. Okay, good. Alright, well, sub broken. Problem is... we still have to hit the ogre, or else ogre hits the Escavalier. So we still have to overgrow ogre no matter what we do. And we still have to Iron Head Zacian no matter what we do. Just to stop it from subbing up again if that's what it wants to do. They go for the double. They don't get it. Okay, so that's a clear sign that their back is against the wall here against our Seismitoad. The second we got rid of Rilla, man, this game got a whole lot easier. Kyogre's going to go down. They're probably going to end up knocking out our Seismitoad here, and then it'll be Steel type versus Steel type in the end. Yep, there's their Behemoth Blade. They got to bring it Steel type to Steel type. I could have gone for a drill run there, but there's no way Zacian's one-shotting an Escavalier, I don't think. Alright, we can actually see how much an Iron Head will do. That was a crit. It was unnecessary, though. Alright, Iron Head, what you got? Decent, but not enough. So that means we have to switch to drill run here. We're relying on 95% accurate moves. Please! I don't have the best track record with 95% accurate moves. They go for protect. They just want to see what I have. Does drill run do less damage in grassy terrain? Is it one of those ground moves? Are they trying to get health back? Hey man, it's smart. But we're gonna drill run. This is gonna be a long game. Because it's a battle of attrition here. They go for Sacred Sword. Why does that do so much? I lost. I didn't expect it to do that much. Well, now I have to protect. Did I lose? I might have just lost. I should have drill run twice. I could have won this. Oh my goodness. Sacred Sword obliterated me. Zacian's such a dumb Pokemon, man. What is that nonsense? Look at us both relying on heals. Oh, and that was the last turn of grassy terrain, so I can't even cheese this more if I wanted to. Well, now we drill run again, baby, and hope that we live at 1 HP. Sacred Sword is gonna connect. We live in at 7, baby. And we're connecting. Oh, that was a stressful battle, but we got through it. Escavalier. Man, that grassy... Literally, that battle could have changed in one turn. Like, the one turn of that grassy terrain not being there, I would have lost. I lived at 7. Oh, I gotta play that lotto number. Anyway, let's get you guys that rental code. Here's the rental code for the Escavalier team. This team is a lot of fun, and I honestly feel like Escavalier is in such a good place with its typing. Of course, keep in mind that Zacian still hurts a lot, apparently. So maybe saving a Dynamax for Escavalier was the play there, but honestly, I felt like Seismitoad in that last battle did way too much for me not to Dynamax it. In general, I feel like the Restrictors do very well on this team as well. We got to use literally every single Pokemon today. And when you get to use every single Pokemon, that shows that the team is very versatile. So thank you so much again, Jalen, for this team. Really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Leave a like down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already for more VGC content coming tomorrow. I'm Kevin. This Pokesports. A great night. Peace out. Bye-bye.